Bedtime Tree by Emily Joyce. This is a bedtime story to help you get to sleep. So if there's anything you need to do before we begin, then press pause and do it now. And remember, if you'd like to go on more adventures together, then please subscribe to the Counting Ship channel. But if you're all ready to cozy up and snuggle down, then we can begin. Hello again. It's me, Emily. Are you ready to go on another adventure? I'd like to take you somewhere really special. It's called the Bedtime Tree. The journey will take us through gardens and forests, over paths and through streams. We may see some of our friends along the way, and we might make some new friends too. The Bedtime Tree is deep in Slumber woods. The path through the forest begins right here. First of all, to find the path, we have to make a special kind of bow, the way we might bow to a king. But we don't make this bow with our bodies, we do it with our eyes. Keep your head as still as you can and gently close your eyes. Keep them closed for a moment, and now open them again. Very good. Let's try that again. Gently close them. Perhaps they feel a little heavy now, so hold them closed, and now open them again. Good. Now your eyes might start to feel very heavy, so heavy that you can hardly keep them open. So let's close them now, very slowly, very gently. Good. Now, we might have closed our eyes, but we can still see pictures in our mind's eye. So let's look all around us with our mind's eye. We're in a beautiful garden, and the sun is shining high in the sky. The birds are singing, and there's a gentle breeze, cool on our skin. Can you smell the honeysuckle? Let's take a deep breath of this peaceful summer air. Hold it for a moment and breathe out slowly. And right beneath our feet, look, it's the path to Slumber woods. It leads us through a gate at the end of the garden. So let's go through the gate and close it behind us. And as we follow the path, we can see there are 10 stony steps leading us downwards and into the forest. Can you help me count down the steps? 10, leaving the garden behind us. 9, down toward the Slumber wood. 8, feeling happy and peaceful on our journey. 7, 6, smell of forest air. 4, we're under the canopy now. 3, into the cool shade. 2 and 1. Good. Now what can we see in this beautiful forest? The leaves high above us are swishing in the breeze. Can you see how it makes the light trip and play across the forest path? But what's that strange noise?
Hum, hum high and hum, hum low. Hum high and away we go. Hum high and hum low. Hum ho.
Let's walk a little further down the path and try to see where it's coming from. Why, it's a little woodland gnome walking amongst the flowers. He has ruddy red cheeks and a deep blue hat to match his deep blue shoes and his deep blue suit. And hanging over his arm is a long stretch of blue measuring tape. Hello there, and who are you? Oh, hello friends, it's nice to meet you. I'm the bluebell gnome of Slumber Wood. A bluebell gnome? We're very pleased to meet you. But what exactly does a bluebell gnome do? What does it do? Why, look after the bluebells, of course. Of course. And you need a measuring tape to see how tall they've grown? No, says the gnome. I need my measuring tape so I know when the bluebells will fit on our heads. Why should you put bluebells on top of your heads? Didn't you know that bluebells make the most wonderful sleeping caps? Says the gnome. He takes the tape and stretches it across the bell of the closest flower. Just about right for me, he says, and he takes a little pair of scissors from a pocket on his belt and snips the bluebell free. Can you see how snugly it fits as he puts it on his head? A little tight perhaps, but at least I know it'll stay on fast. These petals are softer than an angel's kiss. He gently pulls the petal down and over his eyes. But they'll stop out the light for as long as you like. Have you never heard that with a bluebell cap you're certain to have sweet dreams? No, I've never heard of that before. Well, I can't say I've ever grown up a bluebell which would fit either of you, but if I ever do, I'll make you the cosiest nightcap you've ever had, he says. Thank you, bluebell gnome, but we'd better leave you to finish your work. We're off to find the bedtime tree. The bedtime tree, says the gnome. Well, you'll not be wanting for a good night's sleep, that's for sure. I'll be heading there myself when I've finished my work. Good evening to you both. So let's continue down the forest path. And who's that snoozing in a patch of sun? It's Baby Rabbit. Good evening, Baby Rabbit. What are you doing here?
I was making my way to the bedtime tree with all my brothers and sisters, but they must have gone already,
he says.
You see, I'm the smallest of them all. In fact, I'm very small indeed, and the bedtime tree feels very far away. And now I'm feeling so sleepy.
But we're on our way to the bedtime tree. Why don't we help baby rabbit? He's much too sleepy to walk, and he's so little he'd fit in the palm of your hand. Let me put him on your shoulder so he can snuggle into you. Can you feel his soft nose on your neck? Listen. I think he's fast asleep already. Let's go onwards with our journey. Let's go deeper into the forest as baby rabbit falls into a deeper sleep. And what a lovely evening it is. Can you hear the stream? It must mean we're very close to the bedtime tree. Let's go and dip our feet into the cool waters of the stream. But not too loud. We don't want to wake baby rabbit. Doesn't the water feel clean and crisp as we step into the stream? Can you feel the way it flows gently over our feet, gurgling across our ankles as it carries along its course? And it's about time we carried along our course, back to the path and back to the biggest and most ancient trees in the heart of Slumber Wood. And here we are at last, the bedtime tree. What a strange and magical tree this is, lying at the end of the forest path, deep in Slumber Wood. It has a great thick trunk leading all the way up to the sky, and its branches are strong and sturdy, and at the very end of each branch, what do you think? An enormous nest. But these are too big for baby birds. Inside each nest is a comfy bed. And what beautiful colours they are. One of the branches is a dusky pink, with a dusky pink nest and dusky pink roses dotted all around the edge. It must smell heavenly to sleep inside. And lined up on the branch just outside the bed are half a dozen pairs of little upturned shoes.
That's where the pixies sleep,
says baby rabbit, sleepily looking around for his own nest bed. One of the branches is an amber gold, fit for an autumnal queen. The edge of the nest is covered in leaves, earthy oranges and crisp yellows. And who do you suppose is snuggled inside? Why, it's the hedgehog queen herself, snoring quietly in her royal pyjamas. I think I found the bluebell gnome's bed. Can you see the leaves on the branch are duck egg blue? The bed sheets look like a sheet of the sky on a clear summer day. Warm and peacefully laid on the bed, awaiting the tired old gnome for when he's finished his work and comes home to rest.
Why, there is my bed,
says baby rabbit, peeping up from your shoulder with a twitch of his soft little ears.
And there are my brothers and sisters.
And sure enough, at the end of a lush green branch is a lush green nest of a bed. It's bordered with a grassy turf and lined inside with the downiest bracken. A soft little bed for our soft little friend. Let's place him gently inside. He climbs up to his grassy pillow and rests his little head.
Thank you.
He yawns, snuggling up to his brothers and sisters. And good night. Good night, baby rabbit. Sleep well. And as we climb higher and higher, we see all the different colours with all of the animals and friends of the forest, all asleep in their perfect, cosy beds. But there is one last bed, in one last nest, on one last branch. The branch is as white as a snowdrop, and the nest at the end looks as white and plump and fluffy as a cloud. And as you climb into the bed, it feels soft and cozy. Place your head on the silky white pillow and feel the cool sheets as you pull them over your legs and your tummy. It's lucky you found the bedtime tree just in time for bedtime. You'll be needing your sleep for the next adventure. Good night.